up because it's more important. Okay. Hello. I was hoping to get some more people before I did any more. I went this way. I think my camera's moving. Because... yeah, no more. Okay, perfect. Sorry it's not too bright. I've got a light aimed directly at it, and it's not helping much. Someone else is coming down. Oh, wrong pens. So my supplies for this project. Just this. There we go. Haha. BS. So let's just take a look at these. Hey, that's not a BS, that's a BM. See how much bigger that one is? That's a medium. It has the wrong cap on it. I am deceived. Away with you. We don't want you. We want the BS. Hello. It's only 2E right now, but I don't think anybody else is gonna come, so I'm just gonna keep going. Uh-oh. This one has a tiny fray in it. So I have to keep the pressure. 1 second. Where's our fray? Okay, I think I fixed it. Damn it. Okay. Yeah, that's all the lines we're gonna do with that. The rest, we're gonna use the O3. See a big difference there. Going from this huge felt tip one to this guy. And this isn't even the small one. This is the big one. This is the little one. So you can't really see the difference very well, can you? This one is much smaller than this one. Aw. Actually, I don't like the tavern music. I'm gonna switch it to my favorite Elder Scrolls song. Ta-da! So I'm gonna need it to fucking concentrate on the spikes on this asshole's back. Good God. It goes all the way from here to here. God damn you, Tor, and your awesome wear-dial. I hate you. He's not here, right? Good, he's not. Okay. First I want to take care of this area, because this is a problem area. Really trying to not get shadows casted. It's hard to do. I've only got one lamp, so... Like, how fucking scared would you be if this asshole jumped out of the water and, like, almost eats your OC? I was honestly pretty scared when I was doing this scene. I was like, maybe I should not have done this. Thank you. I have lots of practice. I've got a couple other drawings I can probably ink floating around. It's weird, I'll sketch for like a week and get probably 20 drawings done, and then the next week I will ink. Very seldom will I go straight from one to the other unless I absolutely have to. It's a different mindset, right? Normally I would do spikes like that with the little pen, but it's gonna make it so much harder to color in, because I do plan on coloring this. I can show you the RP if you want to read the rest of it. She gets away. Well, not away. She lives. Or I suppose I could just tell you. Yes, that is correct. That happened. Actually, I'm interested to see, like, if they walk back to town and, like, how he's gonna react, because any good RPer would know that a fucking guard would say something for sure. I mean, like, oh, what's with the naked lizard, huh? Take an arrow to the knee? What? I gotta say, it's kind of absurd how many naked lizards she's seen in her lifetime. like one is too many. And there's been like 3? Actually, exactly 3. Dritz. black, and Tor. Actually, I need to see my reference picture of Tor. I want to make sure I get his horns right. Oh, excuse me. I'm not tired, I swear. I don't know if he keeps his feathers when he transforms. I suppose he would, they just probably wouldn't get bigger. Right? It's funny because his OC is so worried about her finding out that he's like a werebeast, but her best fucking friend is a werewolf, so she'd be totally cool with it. But they don't know each other well enough yet, and it's so cute. Alright, I'm gonna do those teeth. I'm gonna use the one. Watch how tiny these lines are. Turn it this way, sorry. My pencil's got a little shitty there. Kinda have to guess now. Oh, that was a bad guess. Line variation. Aw. Thank you. Keep trying, never give up. Practice, practice, practice. Get this hair out of here. Alright, now we gotta take care of this arm. Match. Just gotta make sure I match the other one. Oh, hush. Don't you start. That means the next time you draw her, she's gonna be that much better. See what I did there? Psychology. I'm tricking you into drawing stuff for me. One of the best lines I ever heard while I was in school was from another student. I don't know where they heard it from, probably a teacher or something, and they said, it takes 1,000 bad drawings to make one good drawing. So you gotta get the shitty ones out of the way first. My god, I've never heard truer words. Oh my god, looking at these fucking consummate V's. I'm dreading them. I do want to give this line a little more. He did come out of the water too, so he'd probably have a bunch of droplets of water coming off of him. But worry about that later. I could end up doing that in Photoshop if I really, like, want to. Oh, the scales. Oh, kill me now. Oh, one more. There. Alright, we can do this, guys. We can fucking do this. It's gonna take probably about an hour. We're gonna do it. Should I find the fastest way to do something really consecutive like this is to... I don't know what the word would be, so I'll just show you. I'm gonna go like, put some spikes here, some here, here, and just every so often, but I've gotta maintain that perspective because they're moving along his back. So like they're shooting out to the right here, but they're shooting out to the left here. So we gotta, these ones are gonna be kinda almost straight up and down. Then I start to lean a little more this way. And now since his tail is turned, the side of him flips. So these sides were on the front up here, but down here these ones are in front. And they're almost completely blocking the other side by the time they get to here. Okay. Alright, now I'm gonna switch pens again. So I haven't posted anything about it, but Misora definitely has a boyfriend right now. And he's an Argonian. Oh dear. My friend is buying a new car. He's just reporting his troubles to me. He wants a Honda CR-V, but apparently they don't sell them where he lives. And like, the paperwork they gave on him was really like, it was a shitty photocopy and he's pissed. Rightfully so, like if you're gonna buy a car, you're spending a lot of money. I don't know why he wants a fucking Honda though, like come on buddy. You've got money. Spend it on something good. Yeah, he's a single guy, and he lives like really minimalistically. Like he's a gamer too for sure, but like he doesn't spend his fucking money at all. He just sits on it and he saves it. I'm like, dude, like fucking buy a Mustang. Like don't fuck around, get something awesome. Like, oh, I'm gonna take a look at these Hondas. Like, Hondas, bleh. Alright. You got that much done so far. You don't want to have a jag in Canada. You can only use it in the summer, pretty much. Like, I would never take a jag out in the winter. Especially, this guy lives in Nova Scotia. Do you have any idea the snow they get there? A lot. Deadly, deadly snow. Yeah, like Google Nova Scotia in the winter, and yeah, prepare to vomit. Unless you like that, like, snow, you're into that weird shit. Because I am not. I hate snow. Exactly. And those snowbanks, like, they get big. They get real fucking big. Because they just keep building up and building up. Before I worked retail, I had a call center job for property management. And that basically meant, like, I would get calls like, oh, I work at the bank in fucking Flin Flon, Alberta, and we got so much snow that the roof caved in. Please fix that. I hated that job. This is an awkward spot. Gotta kinda spread them out, but not overlap them too much here. Don't want it to look like a braid. Ugh. I'm not totally satisfied with that. Actually, I made a mistake. No! No! My first mistake! Do you see that smudge? Right here. Oh, Lisai. Thank God for Photoshop. Well, I penciled it knowing full well that I would have to do this, and then again when I color it. So sometimes I like to, you know, hurt myself like this. For the sake of good art. Like, the RP was amazing, so it's worth it to me. This is how I work. If we RP and it's awesome, I absolutely will do this. Oh, my pen's getting a little tired. Might have to switch it up. Yeah. Shit. Okay. One sec. Pencil case! This is my pencil case. Or I guess like that, right? Because the camera's upside down. Totoro! Yeah, this one looks pretty good. And we can continue now. tavern song! Okay, I'm going to flip it upside down now. So we can do this way. Let me know if my big stupid head gets in the way. I'm like breathing on this paper. See how much easier it is when I have these little checkpoints to reach? It feels like, oh man, I did that whole stretch and not even one fuck up. Little achievement. Ta-da! So now we gotta do the same thing for this second ridge. What is this piece of crap on here? Oh god, I thought that was a mistake. Ugh. Elder Scrolls art is interesting. There's a lot of options. You can have like a completely normal kind of scenario with like human type people. You can have a completely fucked up scenario in like, let's say Black Marsh, with a whole bunch of like, I don't know, let's say Argonians and Khajiits. And it can be like, they're just so vastly different, but it's the exact same world. Like, this here is bad penciling. In fact, I'm gonna repencil that. If I had a penciler who did that, I would yell at them. But my penciler is me. Much better. Probably can't really see what I did, but you'll see in the ink. And by about here, it's all gonna be the same thing. In fact, when I scan it, my crop line's gonna be right here anyways, so nothing past here matters. I did kind of fuck that up. I have a tendency to not use the piece of paper as fully as I should. It's a curse. See, like I went right to the edge here, but I've got all this extra space on this side. I'm a monster. What kind of chores do you have to do? Probably get that all done in about an hour. Right? Oh, not that. Yeah. Fuck that. I had to blitz clean the downstairs with Graham because his friend called. He's like, hey, I'm going to be there in 20 minutes. Like, fuck. Could you not call us like an hour ago and told us this? They're downstairs right now. If you hear background voices, it's them. C and Y? Oh, gross. Ugh. Nobody's allowed in my house that's under 18. And that's not even for perverted reasons. I just, get the fuck out. You little shit. Funny thing is, now that I think about it, since like the 3 years we've been here, I don't think we've had anybody in here younger than like 21. And not from like lack of trying. Just happens to be everyone we know is of that age and nobody we know has had kids or anything. Yeah, you'll have to get a Canadian working visa, and I am going to charge you rent, unfortunately, but I'll also let you drink and stay up late and smoke in the house, so it's a pretty sweet deal. We have a backyard, but it's really, really small. Like, you wouldn't want to... We don't have a dog because the backyard is, like, so tiny. You couldn't throw a ball for a dog in the backyard, unless I guess they were, like, a little Yorkie or something, but I hate small dogs. I was raised with big dogs. I'm a big dog person. Graham, too. A cat? That's negotiable. We'll have to talk about the sociability of your cat. If he is a cuddly cat or a pissy cat. I don't like pissy cats. I like cuddly cats. Then again, who the fuck likes a pissy cat? Nobody does. Weird word to use for that, but okay. Motorboat. Motorboat. Getting a bit of a glare. I'm just gonna move that. What? How? I got bit by a Rottweiler once. I did not turn into a were-Rottweiler. Aw. Was it your Doberman or someone else's? Or the... What?! No fucking way. That's... no way. No way. There's another part of that story that you guys don't know about. Something else went down. Like, he must have had, like, a gang of bros with him that have been like, yo, we heard you were talking shit. And then, like, you know, some knives were pulled. Maybe one of them had a gun and they wrestled for control of the gun. Gang wars. It's not that I don't believe you, it's just that I think there's probably another part to that story that you guys don't know about and will probably never know about because animals can't talk. Or can they? They cannot. Does make you wonder though, like, how did Khajiits come to be and there's no cats in the world of like Elder Scrolls, but there are dogs but no dog people? Think about it. Well, it looks like we got a little ridgy things, whatever the fuck they're called. It's quite painful to do. Now I gotta do the actual scales, which are all these little circles you see drawn all over the place. Jesus. Wait, I thought you lived in Georgia? You guys have bobcats there? Oh, yeah, that makes way more sense. Jesus Christ, that's not a dog, that's a direwolf. PA's Pennsylvania, right? I'm a little rusty on my states, being a Canadian. Sweet. Funny thing is, I can, like, by the two-letter symbol there, I can name most of them, but then sometimes I get confused and start thinking of chemical elements. Like, what? You live in sodium? What? Oh, the scales. Okay, we can do this. I wonder if somebody else would want to color this for me when I'm done. Because the more I ink it, the less I want to color it. What if I flatted it? if I flat the colors, and then someone else can do the shading and lighting and effects and shit. Can you guys hear that laughter? That's okay. I appreciate that you're talking to me. I really do. Well, you won't get any better by not doing it. I'm seriously considering just like jumping into the game, running out to Falkreath, and just taking some screen caps of the forest there and just plugging those motherfuckers in here. It's like the laziest thing to do, I know, but wouldn't be the first time I did it. It's a good way to get color palettes anyhow. That's one thing I really struggle with, is like getting a color palette and sticking to it. And like, oh, I can't exceed this level of luminosity or this level of shade. Brr, brr, brr. Glutes. I imagine where Tor probably has pretty sweet glutes. Yeah, I saw that. I have that in my Tumblr resource folder. That's good for like doing a limited palette where you're like, okay, I don't have a background, I don't have much else except a character that needs, you know, some matching colors for our outfit, but what I need is like, when I color this, when I scan it and color it, how I'm gonna start is we're gonna do like a gradient for the whole thing, probably like almost black to, I guess, like a pale orange, because this is gonna be the sky. Then I'll do like a bunch of lines for the trees. Gonna do the main tree, which is really gonna be opaque. Then we're gonna do a flat for her, a flat for him, and then probably a couple of these little details, maybe like the water a little bit here. But to do all that, I would rather get the colors from the game than try and make them up, because I'll fuck them up if I try to make them up. But yeah, that is a pretty cool little technique where they made text and they took the pixelated corners of it. Clever girl. I can't wait to save this recording and send it to Tor later so he can be like, you said glutes. Aw, see ya. This is going to be recorded and posted, so you'll have missed nothing. Oh man, I gotta get rid of all these really sleepy songs. Yay! Don't get any water on it while you're doing the dishes. These little fucking scales are gonna be what actually kill me in the coloring process, because they're gonna have to be a slightly different shade from the rest of them. all things considered, I probably should have just left that for the color phase, but now I have to conform to these lines I'm putting in. A foolish mistake to make. What was that? The call's coming from inside the house! I'm glad you like my spines. Here. Spines! Now keeping in mind, everything that's green will become white. Sleepy? Unless you're on the same hours as me, shouldn't be that tired. Damn it, you made me yawn! I blame you. It's your fault. I wish I had something to hold this down better. It's my eraser, I guess. When I've been working on a piece too long, it starts to curl up. It's kind of a pain. Aw, can't you do both? Study and watch me do dumb stuff? Or you can pretend that you are studying this. Argonian anatomy? Which I suppose I'm probably an expert on now, considering how many Argonian penises I've drawn. Let me tell you, one is too many. I regret nothing. It was all in the name of torturing Misora, so it was for a good cause. Yeah, that's exactly what OCs are for. So that you don't hurt yourself. Example? Hey, if you wanted to, like, really torture Shadale, I could put her in Bloodslave, because, how do I phrase without sounding... Ah, fuck it. Every woman I put in Bloodslave dies. Every single one. So if you want, I can put her in there with a cameo, but she's definitely gonna die. She'll have to be a dreg, which means technically an uncultured vampire, but that's just what the really, really snooty rich vampires call them. They're actually quite cultured, and in fact they favor family over money, which in a way makes them better than the snooty ones. Here we go. This book. This is my comic book. Oh, see this chick? She's gonna die. She dies... Is it in this one? No, she dies in chapter 6, which sadly is not in print. Let's see, who actually dies in this book? Does anybody die in 5? Just these, like, club goers. Yeah, no one actually dies in this chapter. But I'd be remiss if I didn't actually show you some female death. Chapter 2. First scene. That's a dude, by the way. This is Toby. He kills this chick. For sure. He eats her up. Num num. Leaves her for dead in an alleyway. You're welcome, world. Alright, now, where were we on this? I think we're done with all these stupid little scales. Oh my god, my pen died. No, that's 2. We killed 2 today. Just on this one picture. Alright, I'll use a 3 for now. It will probably get better if I just leave them top down for a bit. I murder my fictitious characters that I also give birth to. You should see how I treat Brayden, good lord. So like I was even saying, I think, to Z the other day, if I answered that question, like, what does the muse think of the Mun? Oh my god. They'd be like, you? It was you the whole time? You're controlling all this shit that's making my life terrible? You fucking bitch! They would probably try to kill me. I will eat your heart while it's still beating. I know Misora would flip the fuck out. I don't think Brayden would know how to respond. I think he would just be like doing his weird kind of apathetic thing, and then like after it took a couple days to sink in, he'd be like, well, she's gotta die now. before she makes things worse. Not yet, I don't. I'm sure having Misora in her life will impact her negatively somehow. Some way. She has that effect on people. Exactly, all it takes is time. Eventually we'll make each other's lives miserable. I might have to grab another one, because there's no way those two are okay by now. Well, it's not like I have any shortage of pens. This may be my pencil case, but it's not my pencil stash. Oh, this was an RP I did with Tor-Acr, Tor-Acr, I don't know how you're supposed to fucking pronounce that. He's a Weridile, and he jumped out of the water and scared her. But she didn't run away, because if she tried to run from a fucker this big, bitch would have got super eaten. Super eaten. So she just kind of did like the oh god, yeah. Well, I mean, I think she could handle Sendis. I think she could handle her shit around him. I think she's gonna make Sendis' life more miserable than the other way around, especially if he takes his necklace. His precious necklace from his wife that he left behind. He's such a hypocrite. Oh no. Is this pen okay? No, it is not. There's something wrong with that. Alright, time to get the stash. Surprise, motherfuckers! Whenever I rip off the little silver tab like that, that means that's a broken pen, but it still has ink. Oh, here's one. God, that's really chewed up for some reason. Still good though. And that's just the pen stash. I have an extra box for pencils, and I have an extra box for markers, and I have an extra box for only black and white grayscale markers. Here, I'll show you that one. There appears to be some tape in here. But these are only black and white, grayscale. Big motherfuckers, too. Basically, any profit I ever make in my life goes to buying supplies. Yeah, those aren't even colored. Yeah, oh yeah! This is an eraser. An eraser mustache. It was like 80 cents. I thought it was cute. I'm never actually going to erase anything with it, because then I'll ruin it. We'll leave it right there. Is it on the camera? Oh no, it's just outside my camera range. Well, I can't really stick it to my face. Like, unless if I put my lip up? No, it's not gonna do it. My nose is too small. Enough silly distractions. Back to business. I'll take a webcam shot with it in a bit, but my webcam is set up to do drawing. So it's upside down and it's taped to a ruler and stuck inside a box just above my desk. That way you guys can see what I'm drawing. Or see what I'm seeing anyways. Oh shit, I almost missed all this over here. Speaking of OCs, yes. Tell me about Morella. I don't know anything about her. I don't think we've ever discussed her. I can do a few more. Yeah, coloring this is going to be a nightmare. Cute. Is she like Borgak then? Oh, guess not. Aw. Well, Misora wouldn't want to fight her, but she would love to have her as a companion. She likes orcs. Because they don't bullshit. They don't hide with words. They're very forthcoming. I would love to make an orc, but she would just literally be Borgak, and I can't. That's why I wanted to make an RP blog for her, but fuck all those people that take the URLs and just sit on them. Ah, motherfuckers. It makes me so mad. This user hasn't updated in 11 months. You cocksucker. Like I literally counted them today. I have 8 URLs, but I have something posted on every single one of them. So I don't think that really counts as hoarding, because I'm using them. I even checked all my hentai URLs today. They're still doing good. And yes, I have more than one. I won't tell you what the others are, they're a secret. Oh, honestly, she would probably just not really give a shit. By the time she gets that circlet, she'd be rich enough to buy another. Like, what could you take from her at this point that would piss her off? I mean, the potions, taking the potions pissed her off because she made those. Like, she didn't buy them. She went out in the forest, gathered all the ingredients, sat down, learned the shit, and made them. But, like, she just found the circlet in a dungeon. Oh, I've got 6 other ones. Like, at least I didn't take my, circlet of increased walking speed so I can hurry my ass over to the store and buy another. Are you sure she had time to take all of them? Did she take her skooma stash? Oh my god, did I actually posted a thing. Hang on, this is gonna be funny. I go with my tag index and with some money. It's in here somewhere. So this is the librarium itself, like just plain. And that's her secret stash. Yeah, I should put that in bold. Especially Shadale. You bitch. The person who I'm RPing with who would be playing Misora's current boyfriend, say like, okay, he can have a key to her bedroom. He's like, well, who else would have a key? And I'm like, no one, just him. Like, what about Feliza? Nope, Feliza doesn't get a key. Because sometimes she just wants to get away from her too. And if Feliza really, really wanted to, she could pick the lock. But that's more of like a I'm testing your respect for my privacy kind of thing. Would be a good test. Actually, let me see if that Mun is online. Because I want his ass in here too. He's probably playing leagues though. Misa's not that good at lockpicking. Like, she can do it, but it takes her a while. It's not her top skill. Oh my god, I almost forgot her eye tattoo. I do it all the time. It's pretty embarrassing. I'll like post something, realize that this is for me. Click. Oh, I see. Hang on. Where the fuck did my window go? Oh shit, it opened it in the same window. I'll have to check it later. Kick-ass eyes. Man, we just cleared this dungeon. Sweet devil eyes. Really? What's the difference between, like, devil eyes and vampire eyes? Isn't having sweet red Dunmer eyes good enough? But look who it is! What's this click? Clicking. Holy shit, is that them? My god. It's got fucking Balrog in her eyes. You missed the grueling effort I had to make to do all these friggin' spikes. I'm actually almost done at this point, now that I'm looking at it. We've been at this an hour and 25 minutes. I added the horns. I wasn't sure if his feathers would still be there, and if they were, like, would they be visible from this angle? I don't know. Yes, it is like looking into an Oblivion Gate. That's a very good analogy. Her hands look kind of mannish in these gloves. My stupid logo's in the way. Damn it. To start, this is what I did these really broad lines with. I used a Copic multiliner, a BS. And then to do the thinner lines, we alternated between an 01 and an 03. That's typically my arsenal. This was the pencil that I used to do all the sketches. I have this in a million different other colors. Red, brown, there's a dark blue, but there's a light blue too. There is like a, here we go. This is the Crayola version. Not nearly as good. Not even close. It's really, like, you see these chunky bits? Terrible. The one thing that the Crayola gets points for, though, is how well it erases. Because that's like, that's almost completely gone. If I was to do that with this guy, you'll notice that's a hell of a lot smoother. But it will not erase like that. It will always leave a little bit behind. So a good practice is to like do like a really, really rough sketch with this, clean up your mistakes with this, then do the inks, then do the scanning, and then do the coloring. But that's if you have a lot of time on your hands, which I usually do. Where were we? I have to redraw that basket because it looks like garbage. Even though I guess technically it was supposed to be broken, so. It looks like an egg. Where's my line? I'm gonna set my line right now. Ruler. I need a ruler. Or we can make a makeshift ruler. Ta-da! Ruler! So we're gonna go to here. Nothing past here will be included in the final version. Do you maybe want to color it for me? Because I really don't. Like, look at these fucking details. I don't want to deal with that. And all the friggin' flowers that fell out. You know what's not in her basket? Nirnroot. Like, they asked it as the character, or they asked you, like, out of character? Like, we wouldn't have been able to do this scene if there was friggin' Nernroot around. It would just be like, oh, like, what the fuck is that noise? Here, hang on a minute. Just, like, take it out of the ground, rip it up. Okay, continue, you know, scaring the hell out of me. It's actually kind of ridiculous. Like, when I do those, you know, leave an ingredient in my ask box, I've gotten more Nernroot than anything else. I fucking hate Nernroot so much. I've been given like 4 Nernroots. Like, please no more Nernroot. Give me something else. Give me a spider egg for fuck's sake. Like, no more Nernroot. Why is it not doing the thing? Pencil? Why you know? What's wrong with the paper here? Okay. Aw, don't eat it. You'll get, like, super poisoned. Ooh, bloodgrass. Hey, if you leave that in my inbox, I guarantee you a 6 para minimum. You can do it anon, or you can do it in character. If you do it in character, we can make it an RP. Oh, right, yes. I literally always forget that about Arconians. I imagine that Nernroot probably tastes really bitter. Like, almost like rhubarb, but not as sweet. That would be cool. Shadale can just drop her inventory at the librarian whenever she wants. Compensation for all the shit she stole from her. I just found out that those are real. Glowing mushrooms? They exist. They're canon. They are real life things. That is not thing that Skyrim make up. That thing that life make up for Skyrim. Jesus. It would look like she was radioactive. Where'd my eraser go? Hold that shit down. I'm doing these final little details and I'm almost done. I'm pretty thrilled about it. Trying to decide what flowers she would have in there. Probably like all the mountain flowers, purple, red, and blue. Probably some dragon's tongue. I don't think that tundra cotton grows in that part of Skyrim, so she wouldn't have that. I think. I cannot confirm that. Jazzbay grapes? Did they go in Falkreath? I remember going through Eastmarch and being like, fuck, I just picked up like 18. Like, where were these when I needed them for that quest? Oh, of course, yes. Death bells, for sure. I think death bell might be her favorite flower because it's super pretty. But they grow right outside her house, so they don't make a very good gift. One of the side effects from Jazzbay grapes should be getting wasted. Right? It's for wine. Why not? Well, then that means Shadale has dead bodies buried outside her house, bro. Because nightshade only grows around death. I did the same. Because it took me so long to find them. Jesus. That's fucking dark. It is gorgeous. I love nightshade. Like, I could go on, but I think I'll probably just show you because often words fail me. Let me show you how much I love nightshade. Now, keeping in mind that this is kind of an old pic, it's 3 years old, but he was my first, like, OC that I tortured the shit out of. Proof that I do have OCs that are not just girls. Oh well, look who finally fucking responded on Skype. Braden is half vampire. He's in that book I showed you earlier. Yeah, he's a total babe. One of my favorite OCs. My baby. No, not you, Braden. Though Tor is pretty fucking awesome, too. Well, I'm down to the last few details here. Not much else I want to actually ink, because a lot of things will be put in as Photoshop effects, like the background trees. The drips of water I decided I'm definitely going to do as a Photoshop effect, because if I ink those now, that's just that much more specific work I can do. Like if I ink it, I have to conform my color to the ink, but if I'm just throwing it on top, then I can put it wherever I want. Yeah, I think I'm done. Okay, a nice little close-up for you guys. Forgive me, the paper is curling badly. Details down there. Alright! One more rest of her tattoo. There we go. Now it's done. Here. Let's see if there's anything else I can ink. I know I drew a bunch of hentai. I can't ink that on camera. I'll lose my account if I do that. Oh god, I can show you the rough sketches I did for Misora finding her mom, if you really want to cry. May take a bit of explaining to do. Again, the timing I'm also not 100% sure about, because like I don't know how soon she could have gotten to Vardenfell before it was completely overrun. So, okay, well I'll show you the roughs. Again, they are roughs. I don't even know if you can see them on camera. Yeah, you probably can. What if I tilted the light a bit? No, that didn't help at all. Anyways, she sails over with a team. They land, they trek to Almora, they find her old home. The door is buried in ash and soot. They dig through, and Misora jumps in. She finds her mom clutching a book, and it was like a book she read to her when she was little. His? Her daddy, you mean? Because he's a corpse now too, unfortunately. But, well, sorry, that's completely inaccurate. He's dead, but he's definitely not a corpse. He's ashes. Crying yet? No? I'll try harder. Oh. When I got that male anon, I did that. She's saying, "What an oblivion happened to my breasts?" That would be my first question, too. Doesn't appear to be much else. Got sketches of my Borderlands characters. And my Zoa character. Zodiac character, sorry. How did you get that name, by the way? Lifts her tail? Here's that drawing I did earlier today. Oh, and I did a height comparison because it's one of my friend's OCs. Super tall. Don't worry, they won't be naked when I finish it. That's literally how I start every drawing. Alright, well I got a blank piece of paper, guys. Tell me what to do. Oh shit. Really? She's only 5 feet? Wow, what a little cutie. I don't really know enough about the Shivering Isles to place her there. I have it installed, like, I could literally flip over and, like, you guys could watch me play Oblivion if you want, but there's some mesh texture issues. The game still works perfectly fine, it's just occasionally I'll see a big, giant, yellow, like, exclamation mark, and it says, like, missing mesh, and I'll be like, well, that's not nearly as scary as a lich as it was before, because he's got a big, stupid exclamation mark above him. Or I could play Skyrim. I've got both of those on here. I can't do Morrowind because Morrowind is on the downstairs computer and Graham's using it right now. But it does sound like they're scuffling about. Could go and sneak in and steal it. Miso's 5'7" and she gets made fun of for her height, so, I mean, by the pecking order, she would have to harass Jadale about her height. It's just instinct, you know? Randomly falling through the sky? Does she get hit by, one of those, the giant attack? Or it sends you into orbit? I was actually thinking about doing another RP scene. One of my scenes with Dakog, where he, like, fucking cuts a vampire right in half, and Misora's like, oh! Okay. Holy shit. But that means I have to draw a bunch of blood and guts. Be a good way to show how this pencil would work, though. My crumbelievable pencil. Because it's so crumbly, I can't believe it. Alright, we'll do that. So what happened in that RP was they were walking down a road. I can't remember if they were in the Pale or in Hafengar, but, you know, up north or something like that. And they got jumped by a vampire. And Misora's like, yo, I'm totally gonna take care of this. And Dakog's like, stand back. And just, like, fucking cleaves the thing in half. So that'd be that kind of motion. This is our cleaved vampire right here. It's going right through it. Like, off the page. There. I'll have to reference back to the rating because I don't remember what species this guy was. Wow, you guys can't even see what I'm doing. Alright, I'll get rid of that pencil. Even if this is just a rough, I can trace it later. If you ever need a light table and your pour is shit, use a window. Ooh, tavern music, get out of here. Let's play some Morrowind music. Like specifically her mother, or they were just making like a general insult? And in the background, her spear. Yay, we have a rough. And we get to do lots of delightful blood and guts spewing out of there. Nice little shiny shine. Show how sharp the blade is. Why do all of you have either black or red name? Like, you can customize your name color. This is confusing. One of you pick a different color. I'm not actually mad. It just means that I have to kind of stare at the chat for a minute to find out who's saying what. Yeah, you can still customize the color. At the bottom, I'll even draw a little thing for it. At the bottom of the chat window, there's a whole bunch of, this is where you type, you say send, there should be a B for bold, I for italic, and U for underline, and then a weird little black box. You can open that up, click it, and pick a color. I use this number. Because that's my favorite color. You son of a bitch. It's cool. I'm not chatting, so I'm chatting with my mouth words. very liberating to go from inking so delicately to sketching so roughly. I almost read that as Sailor Orc Slayer Moon. By the power of Mundus, I will punish you. So I guess Master would be like Sailor Master, and then Chibi Moon would be like Sailor Secunda. Don't ask you. Well, she's gonna have to prove it then. Whoops. Is that what happened with her and, oh, what was the other OC? The one that started with an M? Yeah. Did she take her down a peg? Yeah, they do. Mostly. There's hardly any Redguard OCs out there. I have one. She's a total babe. I wish I could get rid of that fucking welcome to Pyrogena. Like, get this out of here. I don't want that there. What about Bretons, though? Do they really, like, hold themselves above others? Can't say that I've ever met a snooty Breton. I mean, sorry, that's not true. I have a snooty Breton. That's Kyriel, but he's snooty because he's like a warlock, not because he's Breton. Cooking, really? I don't know what kind of armor Dakog wears. My daddy's name is Seamus, but he spells it exactly the same minus the letter H. I need an arm muscle reference. There we go. Perfect. Thank you, Google. And then you can always add the useless comment that states, not everybody who's a Dunmer thinks that way. Figure out exactly where this guy's standing now. Sorry, keep sliding down. That's why I did it in my silly sarcastic voice. Because I don't actually give a shit. And Misora is snooty because of different reasons. It's because she kicks so much ass, not because she's got gorgeous dark skin and stunning red eyes. That's just a sweet bonus. Hey, let me tell you how much I hate drawing muscles, especially on dudes. Good God. Ugh. Orcs. Who needs them? Then there's this asshole. Really should check the RP to make sure he wasn't like... I know he fought one Khajiit, but I don't think that guy was a Khajiit. This is why I meticulously tag every single Tumblr post I make. Like, hey, do you want GIFs only of Skyrim that are of the daytime with a tree in it? I've tagged it. Holy fuck, our RP is at 51 notes? How am I supposed to go through all this shit? Did you? I don't know. I'll have to check more thoroughly in a mo. I literally just have to find out what breed of asshole this vampire is. Aha, here we go. Here, I'll read it to you. 6 days ago. Dakog groaned at her words, reaching out with a bulky arm to draw the woman back behind him. Quiet, he started to say, but the word was drowned out by an inhuman howl. From the tangled brush burst forth a creature that one had to doubt had ever been a man. Yet a man it was. Bam! Human. Feral-eyed and clothed in naught but a tattered pair of trousers. But once a man all the same. It bolted towards them, fangs bared, too mad with hunger to second-guess itself upon seeing the axe-armed warrior charging towards it. True to his word, Dakog cleft the beast at the inner shoulder with such might that it was nearly left in 2 pieces. And fell to the ground with a hideous shudder. The vampire was slain, savage as it was. It had hardly presented a challenge for the grizzled orc. But this poor demon was not what he was worried about. He's such a good RPer. So yeah, it was a guy. Make him kind of like emaciated, a little skinny, but still has like a little bit of strength to him. Just a little bit. It's a little too big of a shoulder muscle. I would love to. I love reading out loud. Like, whenever we were in English class and we did the reading out loud thing, I was like, me. I think my best role was being Mercutio in Romeo and Juliet. Fucking nailed that guy. And it wasn't like, I never took drama or anything like that because when I was in high school, it was like, you only needed 1 art credit and you needed like fucking a million math and English credits, and drama, actual art class, and music were all your art credit. So obviously I took art class. So yeah, he was great. A plague on both your houses! I got to do his death scene. It was like the best day of school in my life. I have voiced Misora, you know. She has to get my deep voice, but I did it. What kind of hairstyle should we give this guy? This dead man. You're on my Skype, like, I'm online every day, every single day. Send me a message. Read some Miso? I have a recording, but I can read her whole, her Winstad intro. Here, I'll give you her little... Here we go. This is her... I only did the first paragraph, so I just basically give her my voice, but a little bit deeper. Which is a scary thought, because I've got a pretty deep voice for a lady. So do it. Put up or shut up. I'm giving this guy a mullet. I wonder how many jerk Nords have mullets in Skyrim. Probably more than there should be. I won't be able to see any of that, because that's all going to be blade. Not gonna lie, you're the one who inspired that. When I heard you do Tor's voice, I'm like, oh my god, I need to do that! But I gotta wait a little while so he doesn't think I'm copying him. Oh, I've been found out. I'm so tempted to put sound effects on this. Like, blort. Whoops. Desu sparkles. Vampire. Maybe he's from Twilight. I'm pretty sure I would rather stab this pencil through my eye than do anything to do with Twilight. And you know what? I gave that movie a chance. I didn't know a lot about it, and I watched it, and I was like, hold on tight, you little spider monkey. And that's why I hate Twilight. Yeah, any role player that has ever written a line that they've been proud of can look at anything from 50 Shades of Grey or Twilight or any of that garbage and be like, I am better than this. Because a 13-year-old is better than that. A 13-year-old that has never had sex in her life is better than that garbage. Sorry, I'm getting emotional. Here, let's draw a vampire getting cleaved in half. Oh, wait! First cleanup! Now, I bet you're wondering why I'm erasing all this. It's because I'm gonna draw it again. Yes, I did know that. That also made me, like, feel so much worse about it. Like, it's one thing if they were completely parallel, but knowing that they were connected... For a chick who has 5 published comic books about vampires, least to say it made me very fucking upset. I'm one of those people who usually rages before she cries, so I definitely punched a wall with my drawing hand. I had a bruise right there. Is that the one you sent me the other day? The girl singing? Because I don't want to open it while I'm on stream. I'll definitely check it later though. Actually, if you want to send that to me on Skype, that would be mucho appreciated. Oh, your own voice acting? Yes, definitely send that to me on Skype, okay? Bye, Tor! I'll post the line art for that pic in a little bit. If you want to color it, let me know, because I sure as fuck don't. You're so loving. I guess I should erase this O as well, because that's definitely not staying. Alright, where's my dark red? Dark red. Ah, here we go. So our 3 levels of sketch pencils are pink, red, and what is this? Tuscan red. See right through it. Onto the floor with it, with the rest of them. Breathy sounding. Do you intend for that? Oh, I see what you mean. Like, exasperated, I guess? Just, like, tired of everyone's shit? You know I'm gonna have to reply, right? This is what I use to do all my recording. This little peach right here. What did I use? Oh, I just have a voice recorder app. Isn't my baby precious? I've had this phone like 2 weeks, and I fucking love it. Just moving the light. Because I keep getting cast shadows, and I want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing. Oh god, it's blocking the camera. Hopefully that helps. Did I show you guys my circlet? Oh, I'm muted. Muted! That means I can say whatever I want. About your face and your mama. What are you gonna do, huh? You gonna start a fight? You wanna go? Your mother was a hamster and your father smelled of elderberries. I might have got that backwards, but whatever, you're on mute. What are you gonna do? Glass armor reference, please. Ah, here we go. Let's move back. I need the front. Close. I know I have more. Whoop, is this one? Oh, that's a good one. I need one of, like, the shoulders. Welcome back. Did you hear me talking shit? Because I fucking was. Okay, this should be good for now. Got my references. Oh yeah, the glass spear. Durr. Herb-a-durr. An ass? I assume only because there's 3 asterixes. Asterixes. Oh. Really? Why did it only do 3 stars? It's weird. Why would you do that? Why would you call her a bitch? Why are you so cold? You're so mean to her. That's my job. She has a stabby McStab stick too, you know. It's a glass spear. Oh, I see your point now. You clever motherfucker. Well, you have been watching for a long time. Maybe you should go do some chores. I'm probably gonna turn off the stream pretty soon. I've been drawn for, oh my god, 2.5 hours. I could play some Skyrim though. Oh, you have been doing your chores. Good. Man, if you stole her spear, though, that would be really bad, because she couldn't fight you without it, because all she would have is fire. And she'd be really angry and sad and grumpy. No, don't do it. She can't fight you without it. She can't burn you because you're a fellow Dunmer. You're gonna be like, haha, that tickles. She'd have to, like, do something for you to earn it back. Spear was crafted by Dritz. What was her reward for finally killing him? After all those years of torture. I just realized that when this pick is done, this is definitely getting added to Misora's list of reaction faces. So you're cleaning, like you're doing chores, you're watching this, and you're recording shit. Yeah, I know, it's perfect. Like, oh. Oh my god, I have this perfect reaction pic. It's not one that I drew. It's by the guy that did Oatmeal or whatever, the Oatmeal comic. And it's just a dinosaur, like, flipping everyone off and, like, backing into the ocean, going like, nope, 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 flipping them off the whole way. I'm just waiting for a post to use that on. Listen, I don't give a shit who it is. Besides, isn't Godzilla just like an old dinosaur or something? I don't know. I don't give a fuck about Godzilla. Because his real name is Gojira. And they just called it Godzilla because we couldn't translate Japanese properly. Gojira! It's a Gojira! I would fucking sell my soul for a full set of glass armor. Sure thing. I swear to God, I am gonna fucking make Tullius's armor, and I'm gonna do it before the end of the month. I might not have enough leather right now, but I can go buy more. Actually, I think the leather I have now is too dark. Because Tullius is kind of like a light brown. Wedding outfit? What do you mean? I don't remember seeing anybody in a wedding outfit, though. Oh, you mean the actual quest? Oh, okay. Yeah, the flower crown? I thought you meant, like, a picture you showed me. Like, I don't remember that. But yeah, that was a nuts quest. Cutie. Misora only got married in one of my playthroughs, and it was more like, I really want to marry Carlia, but I can't, so I'm gonna marry the next closest in-game character to Carlia. Which I'm sure you all know who that was. Aw. I'm having real, like, emotional conflicts about Misora and her new boyfriend. Not that I'm not totally shipping them because they're so cute together, but I don't know, man. I just don't think Misora is capable of staying with a person for that long. She's gonna push him away, and it's gonna hurt me to hurt him. Feels. Fuck, she, like, almost became a vampire a couple times. She really doesn't want to be a vampire. Is that only evil Shadale that's a vampire, or both? Ah. Duly noted. Oh, you need advice? Sure. What up? Okay, you had to have heard that. Tell me you guys heard that, like, howling laughter from the floor below. So if you're a vampire and a cannibal, does that mean you only eat other vampires? And if that's the case, is it totally like my book where vampire blood, like, multiplies your strength? Chatterbox, do you have me on Skype? It's Pyrogena. Add me if you want to send me a private message. Sunrise? I would just Google a bunch of sunrise pictures and pick one that you like the best. Generally speaking, a sunrise is going to be pinks and oranges, unless it's like a really, really cloudy sunrise. Then you're going to have mostly gray blues with like the bottoms of clouds really illuminated. So here, let me try that again. Got our balcony. I'm sure you've already got your balcony figured out. I'm just doing this for my own reference. And I'm guessing our eye line is going to be about here-ish. Again, guessing. I have no idea. And even when the sun's like below the horizon, you're still going to get these awesome God rays. And you can do the little bitty clouds, little wispy ones that are just going to be pink on the bottom, or orange, or yellow, or whatever. Or you can just have it like all cloudy, like clouds everywhere. Maybe a little peak where you've got a couple rays coming through. And then you're still going to get these bottom little parts with little bits of peaks of light. More in here, less as you go out. Does that help? Onto the floor. I think lavender is more of an evening color. Like, when I think sunrise, you think you're coming out of a slumber, you know, your day's starting. It's where the energy starts to slowly ramp up. So you want to have energetic colors that are reminiscent of, well, fire, for lack of a better term. We got the sun, which is essentially our big ball of fire, shooting all these rays of light and illuminating everything. And lavender doesn't quite fit that. Like, you could do the shaded part of the clouds lavender, and that would actually look pretty sweet. Yeah, lavender like on the top, and like pinkish, yellowish, whatever-ish you choose-ish on the bottom. Actually, you get a pretty cool contrast if you did like the whole thing lavender and just painted on top with bright yellow. Because they're complementary colors. Like, I could talk myself blue in the face about color theory, but when I sit down and actually color, I'm like, what do I do? I'm always available for critiques. If anybody needs that. I do them privately though. I won't post it on your page or whatever you've got. I'll send it to you in a note. Or in a... I guess an ask is what they call it on Tumblr. It's so weird because private messages on DeviantArt are called notes, but on Tumblr, notes are like your faves. Faves are likes, and there's no likes on DA, but there are on Facebook, and then I get suddenly tired. Holy shit, look who it is. Will you miss the first drawing, for God's sake? I'll show it to you, though. So, check it out. Lisa's got some competition. If you consider a Wearadile competition. Thanks. It's probably for the best that you missed inking that, because it was tedious as hell. I think I'm gonna cut this one off too. There's no point in going any lower. And this. Plus now I can do this one, letterbox. Or widescreen, which looks sweet. Bleh. And then we can do another one up here. Oh man, you know what I gotta make this one into? This has to be a fake anime screenshot. I love doing those. What was the dialogue? Oh, I fucking closed it. Sheet. Oh, there was no dialogue for that. It was just cleaving. I forgive you. At least you showed up. That makes me happy. I enjoy your presence. I guess it is kind of a weird hour for you too, isn't it? It's like 5 a.m. there. Hot diggity damn. I did some RP reading too. You missed that. I think it's so cute that you guys still play. It happens. That's the thing about Tumblr, is stuff gets buried. Not much you can do about it. That's why I need Skype. So I can harass my friends and be like, hey, watch me draw. Do what I say. Hey, get in my live stream. Oh, do I hear people outside my door? Okay. Hey, listen! Hello? Watch out! I think his head is a little too big. Looks like Worf, eh? Shut up, Navi! Did you notice the background on my phone? And if I get a text message, it makes like a... It's not porn. No, it's not porn! I can't get a live porn background, then I would be horny every time I checked my messages. And I already struggle enough with that, jeez. Yeah, why don't I just set my friggin' Erogena roll to my background, just have it cycle through that. Oh yeah, that's true. I did, those were my words. But that was my old phone. Which is like, yeah, this is my old phone. This is my new phone. So yeah. Not that anybody would be able to figure out how to use this thing. But, I mean, having someone touch this is not even a conceivable issue for me because this is literally on me at all times. It's either in my pocket or it's in my bra. Which sounds gross, but let me tell you a thing, son. It doesn't go between the boobies because that's way too sweaty. It'd be very uncomfortable, and I'd probably overheat the processor of my phone because my tits are so hot. No, no. It sits on top, like, right where the strap goes over my shoulder, so it's nice and safe. Don't you miss my streams? I used to do this so often. Now I barely do it. Those days when I would stream Paint Tool Sai for 5, 6, 7 hours on end. Those days are gone. It breaks my heart. I draw so infrequently now. Perhaps it is like the phases of the moon, and I will come around again. I can only hope. I can tell you I'm picking up tomorrow, so I'll be in a better mood, that's for sure. It looks like he's holding his arm. Why? Shit. Okay. Rather than redrawing it, because I think I drew the hand pretty nicely, it's just in the wrong spot, we will do a radial point. If his hand is going this way, when I scan it, I will rotate it to here. So he'll be going from here to here. Exactly. Photoshop. Photoshop will fix everything. Oh yeah, is he wearing armor? Shit, I don't even know. I assumed he was wearing that fur armor that Orcsroy is wearing. My god, if it turns out he's wearing armor and I spent all this time on his muscles, I will flip the fuck out. No, not honestly, shit. That's cool. I told you to send it there. Yeah, I think I might have to call it anyways. Which I feel bad for because Kiri just got here. But I'm hitting the 3-hour mark here. That's 3 hours of drawing, yo. I'll keep talking to you on Skype though. I'll be on all night. I just don't want to fucking draw all night on cam. Plus, I'm at a standstill because I don't know what kind of armor he has. This will totally get finished, and I am absolutely gonna make it look like an anime screen cap. I'm actually kind of psyched about that now. I can't do any tomorrow because I have a new washer dryer being delivered. Get this thing loud as shit near Bar Rising. I have the new washer and dryer getting installed tomorrow, delivered and installed. I have to go up and see my mama for her birthday, and yeah, absolutely, that's already like totally getting a box for it. And then I gotta stop and pick up some ganja on the way home. That's gonna be the best part of the day. Although, let me tell you, my fucking parents just bought a 37-foot boat. So I get a ride on that. That's gonna be fun. I will definitely take some pics when I'm on there and Instagram those motherfuckers. He's so ridiculous. He bought this fucking boat and he already has a boat. So now he has 2 boats. And I'm like, Dad, aren't you gonna sell your boat? He's like, yeah, I'll sell it. Fuck's sake. Like, pilots, what can you do, right? Rich motherfucker. Anyhow, thanks for watching, guys. Yeah, he's dumb. He's a sweet dumbass, though, so, and he's a good dad. And let me tell you, that man, he fucking worked for his money. He worked for his money. Yeah. Okay. We'll pick up another day. Probably sometime next week, guys. Peace out, motherfuckers.